What's going on, guys? Welcome to the channel, Mac Dr. Bill. Want to start by saying I thanks and appreciate every single one of you have subscribed, like, and comment. Thank you for your support. Boys, so we got a different video, a quick one. Today, I'm working on my RX-7. I'm doing something for one of my boys that he happens to have an RX-7 himself. He asked me a couple weeks to make him door cards. Door cards are for racing, kind of like what I have on my EG hatch that I got locked in. Same thing, the metal deletes. Anyways, I was supposed to remove this door, but I tried so hard. This is an 84. It's a very old card. This will not come off. The trim over here kind of deteriorated, so I don't want to keep on. I trying to take out the panel and soft portion of it came out. So story short, if I keep on, I'm gonna break it. So I wasn't able to take out the panel the way I want it. So I'm working with what I have, with what I could. So I'm gonna show you guys real quick what I did and how to do a door cord for your car or any car, pretty much how to do it step by step. With that being said, let's get it. All right, boys, so what I done over here in this area, I took tape all around. Pause. And what I done there, I put over here in the top, just like this. I folded it in half all around. Gotta make it a little sticky. There you go. Something like that. So I did this all around the door panel. What I done there, I put a piece of plastic prior. I'm gonna set it up real quick and I'll show you guys. All right, so this is what I was able to do. After you put that tape all around, in my case, or in any case, if you can take out the door panel like I am, because the old car, you don't want to break it. So more or less, you put that tape all around both sides, so that when you put your plastic, you know, it's nice and flush where you need it. I done trimmed it earlier what I need, so I got my sizing. Being the see-through, I sort of like sketched it out, the design what I need, both for the size. Once this is done, you trace it to a cardboard, which I done traced it to a cardboard here. So this is a exact replica of the paneling that I'm gonna cut that we need. Like I said, you use a plastic. Once you have your shapes 100%, you lay them on cardboard, take a nice little razor sharp blade and start cutting. This is pretty much the template. This cardboard is what's gonna go there. I'm supposed to cut out the door section, which is this, but being that I can't take out the panel and the handle's on the way, I'm unable to get a precise cut here. But it's something that being that he's got no door panels, a racing car, once he has it over there, I'm gonna give him this plastic, which is the same tracing of the cardboard, so he could put it on the door over there once he's got it, and be able to cut out the section that he needs for the door cut out, just like this. He'll trace it on the plastic, from the plastic on the cardboard, because obviously this plastic, you put it over your door, make sure you got your right fitment, and that's how you get to cutting. So this is pretty much ready. The trays and get cut for the doors. So I'm gonna set this on the piece of metal that he gave me, or aluminum sheet. We're gonna start tracing. I'll show you guys in a little bit, but just check out the RX-7 for a minute. I'll be working in this in the next couple days, trying to see if I get some piping so that we could start working in the muffler like I did with the EK Civic. Start working something here. I was waiting until I get the header, but if I could get something working over here, it'll be easier once I get the header to work the midsection for it. So that's coming up soon. Also, I offer to do side skirts for him. Y'all know I do side skirts, aluminum wings for racing. Obviously door cards for racing cars as well. But I never thought of doing like side skirts for RX-7. The aluminum happened to fit. So I'm gonna try to see if I could get the brackets and everything set up for him so that he could mount side skirts on his RX-7. So everything that I'm gonna cut and mesh in here is gonna go on his car. It should just be a simple pretty much like if it was plug and play. Just put on, install, and that's it. So once the fitment's perfect here, should fit on his cart. So I'm gonna get the measurements on my side skirts, get to cut them, and we'll move on with the rest. So I got everything set up here. This is the sheet that I'm using for that. I just gotta trace it pretty much. Gonna try to get them the long way, so I have a little aluminum left. He gave me some extra. After these are done, I could probably keep. So we're gonna get to it. Get my Sharpie, put the blueprint pretty much here, and start cutting. I got my metal scissor cutter, if you want to say. Usually I cut this with a grinder. You could use a grinder. It's just a lot more mess when it comes to like metal flakes and stuff like that flying. So let's get it. Alright boys, I use this straight cut to my advantage, so it's straighter on both sides. I don't got it traced, so I'm gonna proceed to start cutting them and get both of the sides done, left and right. All right, we got first one cut. It might look like it's easy, but the machine takes its time. I got newer blades someplace around, so it might be the blade is a little dull, but overall it's working little by little. So just take your time sometimes. Just because it's a machine, I don't want to push it to the extreme. So I'm gonna set you guys over here and get that finished. Alright boys, door cards are cut and finished. After you cut them, you gotta tap them, as you guys seen. The hammer straight up the corners. But we got passenger and driver's side. One has got the film, the other one doesn't, but they're gonna get painted. They're gonna get primed. These are ready to throw in on the RX-7. This going in the future pretty soon. Pretty dope. Took a little bit, but they ready. This is for racing purpose. When you got your doors, you delete them pretty much like I did in the Wolverine. So this is the plate, or the delete place if you want to call them, after you got your doors. Lightweight purpose, and it makes it look way better as well. This is the side skirts. I got a measure on the RX-7 how long they're gonna be. And once I cut them, it's not really much to it. It's just a matter of just making brackets, which I could make at any time. But I want to take the measurements on the RX-7 on how long the length on I want them to be. Let's get it. All right, boys. Now the door cards are cut and ready. One more thing I have to do These are my aluminum side skirts. Usually I make these for Honda. I make them 3-inch and 5-inch and 3.5. Right at the moment these are 3-inch. So I'm making this for him for RX-7. Again, I yet never make this for RX-7. This will be the first set. He already got Mike win for MD Fabs. We made the door cords, so if we correct the side skirts, it's a plus, man. I'll be more than happy to hook them up. So I'm making sure they take the whole length, cut them, and get them prepped. And then after, on some other occasion, I could make the brackets for it. But for right now, we need to cut them to length. So let's get it. Alright, so we have to measure this from front to back. Trying to get the length of the side skirt. Gonna measure it. Alright, that's my cut line. Gonna prep this so we can cut them. Now that we have the length, and we can make the first set for RX-7 aluminum racing side skirts. Let's get it. Alright boys, kinda got dark on me, but we still pushing through. Door cords are ready. This is the plastic that I use to transfer. We got one of the pieces already. I'll round up the corners as you guys see, so it doesn't cut. Also, so it doesn't look like a straight cut. These are gonna get painted by the owner at the end, so they're good money. Again, I round up the corners. I didn't want it to cut, and I didn't want it to be like square cuts. That one thing that I covered. Ready. First set for RX-7. I don't think anybody else do racing side skirts for RX-7, but now I do. MD Fabs, Street People's Champs, our boys. Set for my boy. To conclude today with the door cord. Sorry it got dark. Not pretty much to it. Maybe one day he'll give me an update of how they look like. He still got to prime it and paint them. So this pretty much go mounted like it would on the Honda Civic or in any racing car. You know, these are aerodynamic side skirts. They hook up with your bracket. So this is the first set for the RX-7 for my boy. All right, I got both side skirts trimmed to fit the RX-7. We got the door cards ready. I got both of them over here with the blueprint so he could keep it in case he's got to do some modification. Took me a little bit on the date, even it's just cutting and measuring and stuff like that, but not too. I traded one of my boys some apples for some scrap I had. Radiator and a battery, I take it all day. But yeah, glad to have brought the RX-7 on the channel, at least for the day. Made me want to bring it right back soon and start bringing some work. All right, boys, it's gonna be a wrap. Getting mighty dark. We're gonna wrap things up and catch up next time.